Now this, a research paper published in the New England Journal of Medicine suggests that medical students should be taught in groups segregated by race. Dr. Ben Carson joins me now. Does this benefit students of colour? Does it benefit patients of colour? What do you say, Doctor?
The only people I think that it benefits are those who are trying to create strife and division in our society. It's ridiculous. And you know, there's so much that has to be learned in medical school. The first 2 years of medical school are likened to trying to learn 8 foreign languages simultaneously in terms of the amount of material that you have to master quickly. It's not intellectually difficult material. It's just so much material. And you don't really have time to be fooling around with woke policies at a time like that. And we've made so much progress on the racial front in this country. In my lifetime. It's just a different country altogether. It's time to move on.
You were one of the world's best and greatest brain surgeons. You separated the Siamese twins in South Africa. You did that. Did you need to apply some different medical principles because you're black and maybe your patients were black? What's different?
Absolutely not. And one of the things I always say is when I go into the operating room and open that skull, you're actually operating on the thing that makes the person who they are. It's not the skin color or the texture of the hair or the shape of the nose. It's the brain that makes you who you are. And we have to think on a much deeper level, not be so superficial. That's the way animals react. That's why animals have these well-developed midbrains, so that they can react to things that they see. We have the ability to analyze.
It's all good stuff. I wish we could go on for longer, but I've got another subject for you to cover, Doctor. Sorry about that. You're the former HUD secretary. I want your views on President Biden's mortgage rule. You know, people with good credit pay more, people with bad credit pay less. The world turned upside down. What do you think of this idea?
Well, basically, you just said it. The world's turned upside down. The principles that made us into a great nation, you know, meritocracy, hard work, diligence, those were good things. Now we're saying, let's punish those things. And now we have this loan level price adjustment mediated by FHFA. That's the fancy name for it. The real name for it is income redistribution. That's all this is income redistribution, part of the woke agenda. And I think most Americans are going to be severely offended by it. Any house that is being bought after May 1st of this year or refinanced is subject to these rules.
Boy, I wish we had longer, because I'd like to bring out the fact that when you were HUD secretary, you brought more money to our nation's cities than ever before. I think that's accurate, isn't it? You did that.
We did bring a lot of money. And also, you know, we looked at those rules and regulations, something like this, and we got rid of the things
exactly.
so that people were able to buy houses. And particularly in the minority communities, the home ownership rates went up.
Yeah.
We need to do things that lift all the boats. The rising tide floats all boats, not be picking and choosing people and trying to create animosity in our society.
Will you please come and see us again soon? And please come to New York. Sit on the set right next to me. I'd love to see that. Doctor?
It's always a pleasure.
Ben Carson, you're all right. Thanks, sir.